Hello lovelies, and welcome to another Movie Monday on Questrified. My name is Serafina, and I will be joined by Bray for this movie review of the second in the Purge franchise, The Purge Anarchy. Let's get into it. Released in 2014 and once again written and directed by James DeMonaco, produced by Blumhouse and Platinum Dunes. The movie starts out with some bogus information as we are now in 2023. Unemployment is below 5%. Crime is virtually non-existent, while every year fewer and fewer people live below the poverty line. All I can ask is how? Explain it to me like I'm a 5-year-old. We are about to go through another annual purge. The main character is Leo Barnes, played by Frank Grillo. Leo is getting ready to head out and purge, but there is a story behind his motives. Leo is either a police sergeant or former police sergeant. The movie does not tell us. Ava, played by Carmen Ejogo, is a waitress with a teenage daughter and an elderly father. She is worried about Purge Night as being part of the lower class. You know, the class that is fewer and fewer every year. She doesn't have security. This Purge movie shows us how the poorer citizens survive the Purge, as opposed to the last movie that showed us the more wealthy side.
It went from the whole rich society from the first movie to now you're getting to slum it out with those, like the homeless people and stuff, how they have to live their life.
This movie makes me wish I was watching awkward Ethan Hawke as opposed to this disaster.
I thought this movie really sucked, and I'm shocked at how bad this movie was.
Shane, played by Zach Gilford, and Liz, played by Keely Sanchez, are a couple who are apparently getting divorced. They are in their car looking to get off the street as the purge will be starting soon. You would think that people would be more prepared for this night. I would arrive at my purge shelter by noon on Purge Day. This soon-to-be ex-couple notices purgers getting ready for their big night out. They seem to be looking at the couple with interest. Ava is about to have only her daughter to worry about, because the one thing that this movie does is introduce us to the newest craze, selling yourself to the rich in order for them to purge you without having to leave their mansion.
Yeah, rich are just trying to get their purge going by buying random people throughout the night.
Ava's father does this. Ava takes it in stride, but her daughter Callie, played by Zoe Soul, is a bit more upset by it. The purge begins, but not before Shane and Liz's car breaks down and they are trapped on the streets with all the crazy purgers. The strange people wearing masks that they saw before are now after them. They must fight to survive or hide. There are new purgers on the streets tonight. A semi-truck with a weird gunman in the back is driving around just executing people.
The guy's name is Big Daddy. I don't know why they thought that name would fit. This is a weird name for that.
Ava is dealing with a visitor. It is a man from her building who feels as if he's been invisible during the whole year. She hasn't given him any attention, and so he has come to get his and to purge. As he puts it, it is his right given to him by the newfound fathers.
Doesn't even call them the right name. He calls them the newfound fathers.
It's a cringy scene, but a military-looking group shows up and guns down the man with the hurt feels.
And then CGI blood and CGI wounds show up, and that was kind of bad. The NFFA raids their apartment and then takes them to be executed.
It turns out, sigh, that the new founding fathers are not quite happy with the purge numbers, and in order to make the purge work at reducing poverty, homelessness, and immigrants, they have their own army out killing off the people they deemed unworthy. Leo is out driving in his Leo mobile and sees the struggle between Ava, her daughter, and the NFFA's army. He is on a mission though, and wants to just drive away, but he is compelled to help.
Then Leo Barnes pulls a whole John Wick on them and gets rid of them.
He shoots Big Daddy in the face, which marks Leo for death. We will later learn that Leo is breaking one of the many unwritten rules of the Purge. Unwritten rule number 1, you don't save lives, you take lives. As Leo heads back to his car, he finds Shane inside attempting to steal it.
First of all, why is Leo leaving his car unlocked to the world?
Leo then ends up saving Shane and Liz. The car takes damage and they are soon on foot. Leo wants to leave, to go and get his business done. but the rest of them beg him to stay and save them because what minorities need is a white man to save them. Right? What message is James DeMonaco really sending here? Ava thanks fast and says that if Leo can get her to her friend's house, they have a car that he can have. So Leo agrees. This movie is filled with plot contrivances. You actually see the writing process as master wordsmith James DeMonaco tries to put these 5 people through the worst scenarios that one could experience on Purge Night. It's a grittier look at the the Purge, but I'm not sure if that's a good thing at this point.
I think this movie, with the last one, it was too small scale. This one, I think, was way too big.
Leo gets them to Ava's friends and they are saved, but James DeMonaco has to figure a way to get them out of this situation and back on the mean purging streets of Los Angeles. How to do it? First, tell Leo that he was tricked and there is no car. Second, bring in some cheap jealousy plot. It is sister v. sister. The sister whose husband is cheating on her with her sister shoots her sister dead and goes after her husband.
Blindsides her, and then the mom tries to stop her, but the mom gets knocked out, I think, or killed. They don't really confirm that.
Leo tries to intervene.
And then when Leo Barnes has to try and save one of the people in his group, Liz, it's like, oh, now you're trying to take the kill from me of my cheating husband.
But the woman is pissed and wants the man for herself. So the five flee the safe house and mission accomplished. They are back out on the streets. After the safe house, the squad, and that is what I'm going to start calling them from now on. Squad is found by the group that was originally after Shane and Liz. They are kidnapped and we learn that capitalism is still strong even on Purge Night. These people are not killing directly. They are snatching. They are snatching people off the streets to sell to the wealthy so that they can get their purge on without having to go out and get their own victims. The squad are auctioned off to the highest bidders who want to hunt them in a controlled environment and purge them. However, Leo is no pushover in this movie. He starts to take out the rich. They get the upper hand and escape, but it is partly at the hands of none other than the homeless man from the first movie, aka the Bloody Stranger, once again played by Edwin Hodge.
So I wonder how many people, they watch this movie and they don't recognize this character whatsoever.
And the man that he is following, Carmelo Johns. They are against the Purge and teach the rich a lesson. Shane has been shot dead. It is that uneventful.
Shane's death is also shot in a way that's so unceremonious. He just is in the midst of a conversation or something. They're all talking. They're all trying to get a breather. And out of the blue, he just gets shot. It's wow, they really didn't care for this character, didn't they? So when he dies, it's not sad. You don't really feel sadness.
And Liz is bummed and has decided to stay behind and purge with the homeless man, Carmelo and their group.
With the anti-NFFA people, led by Carmelo Johns.
Leo, Ava, and Callie leave. Leo is heading to his mission. What is that? Well, a drunk driver has killed Leo's young son, and so he is out for good old-fashioned vengeance. Ava and Callie try to talk him out of it, but it is no use. He is resolute. They get to the man's house, and he is asleep in bed. How could you sleep during Purge Night? You would think that you would be on guard. Anyone could show up and take you out. And if you killed someone's kid, you think you'd be pulling double duty. Leo gets rough with the man and makes him remember who he is and what has been done to him.
You remember my son's face, you remember my face, you know what you took from me. He's going through this long thing, and you think he kills the guy.
There is only 5 minutes left of the Purge, so he has to hurry. He walks out of the house and you assume that deed is done. Leo is shot twice by the man named Big Daddy. Apparently he's found him. He gives a monologue about the NFFA and their mission on Purge Night to up the numbers of the dead and get rid of the unworthy. If you kill off all the minimum wage earners, who is going to do those jobs? Not everything is at the executive level. Did they think this through? Big Daddy is about to finish off Leo when who comes to the rescue? The man who killed Leo's son. Leo forgave him and spared his life. Leo is saved, but the NFFA army moves in on them. The siren bellows out and the NFFA army retreats. The purge is over. Ava and Callie fight to save Leo, and they allow the man who drove drunk actually drive Leo to the hospital as services are reinstated. Leo arrives at the hospital and he's the only one there.
Obviously, on Purge Night, most likely a lot of people are injured on Purge Night, because I don't think everyone got murdered. Apparently first one there and no one else, no big problems.
Lucky for him. That is how the plot of the Purge Anarchy goes down, and I must say, I don't like this movie.
Original may be small scale, but I think it has better story to it compared to what the Purge Anarchy did.
Social commentary is strong in this film. That is all for us on this Monday.
Thanks for having me and review this god-awful movie for the second week in a row.
Next week, we will be looking at an even worse film, The Purge Election Year. We will see you next week for that awesome movie. Take care of yourselves. Bye.